In part 1, we built our base on an iceberg. We ran sewer branch many times. We did some farming. It's not worth your time, dude. And we dodged a raid.
Alright, we'll leave.
And finally,
Here, take this.
we met the coolest duo ever.
Take this.
That's really nice. It's so weird because this SAR skin is literally the skin I use. After meeting that duo, I took the SAR back to base to keep it safe. In a game like Rust, the farming really never ends, especially if you're a solo. My base seemed to be full of other people's stuff, so I took the time to empty out my furnaces and my boxes and reskin them so that they were finally, actually, mine. Sewer branch was in my backyard, so I found myself looting the monument many times. Sometimes I'd find some good things, sometimes not so much, but that's the gamble of the game. And as long as I had a green card, I was gonna keep doing the monument. And I continued this cycle of looting monuments, collecting scrap, and researching items that I had and that I needed. Slowly, but surely, I will have researched all the items I would need. Now that I had a lot of the items I needed researched, and I had some extra stone, I went ahead and began honeycombing the base. While I was going out for another run, I noticed a boat sitting in the water, and that's unusual, seeing as they usually spawn on the beach. So I was hopeful that maybe somebody abandoned their boat and left some loot for me. I was getting sick of doing sewer branch, and I definitely had blue cards, so I made my way over to airfield. Unsure of what was to come, I decided to take the resources I had and build out the second floor. It was really important that I started spreading out my loot. That would be the best chance I had against raiders. Now that I had space for more boxes, I began to organize my loot. I emptied out one of the suicide bunkers and stocked it with the items that needed to be inside. After some changes, I decided to seal off the bunker. I took all the metal I had and I upgraded everything in the core, including the sealed off suicide bunker. It's kind of weird because no more trees grow here. I don't know why. Let's hope for the best. Things were moving along very nicely. I was able to farm in peace, collected a lot of stone, metal, sulfur, and wood, and I was researching a lot of the items that I needed. So I decided I was gonna go underground and test my luck there. After killing this guy underground, I wanted to stash away the items that I collected so I wouldn't be roaming around with them. This way, if I did die down there, at least I had this. Once I recycled everything I collected, I spawned at base and I built my shop. And that's exactly how I brought all of that scrap home safely. After researching everything I could so I didn't have any extra scrap laying around the base, I spawned back at Outpost and I made the long run back home. Eventually I made it, and I couldn't help but glance over at the beautiful, beautiful sunrise. The skies in this game are unlike any that I've ever seen. And so I stood there with my gun in hand, and I watched the sun rise above the horizon. My base was getting stronger, and I was feeling good about this wipe. There was no imminent danger, and I was fairly sure that I was going to survive. This was only part 2. In part 3, we finish out this wipe. Thanks for watching. See you then.